A day of activities have been planned for the royal visit of Her Majesty Queen Beatrix, Crown Prince Willem Alexander, and Princess Maxima. Today on Street Vibes, we're asking people what do they expect for this royal visit and what are their bonds or feelings towards the Dutch royal family. I'm Onisia Miller reporting for the Daily Herald.
Well, of course, I'm a Dutchman, and when I hear the national anthem, I'm always feel proud, and when I see the flag going up. So, and for me, Holland is connected to the Queen.
Yeah.
I think when there's no Queen anymore, there's no Holland anymore either. I think she keeps it very good together, and I'm very proud on our Queen because she does her job very good. And and I'm also glad that she is a believer, so she also she integrates God and the faith in her work, and you can see that. So yes, so when she is here, I think to keep it alive, a relation, you must come now and then. Otherwise, it's too far away.
Well, royal visits, as usual, they're very high level and very informal. So I don't think it will have a direct impact on the day-to-day person on the street. But I guess for sure, from government's point of view, it will have an effect, yes. Maybe on policy making, etc.
And what bonds or feelings do you have about the Dutch royal family?
Well, there is no bond per se, but again, we carry a Dutch passport, so we are Dutch citizens. Unlike the people in Holland, we don't get to see the Queen that often. So therefore, there is no bond per se. But we do know that we belong to the Dutch kingdom, so far as the passport says, even though you don't always feel that way.
Well, my expectation for the royal visit is it'll be very good for the Queen to get an overall picture of what is happening after 10-10-10. She can see the good, the bad and the ugly of country St. Martin, and she can also make a couple comments that she can take back to Parliament to make all our life a little more easier. Because if someone don't come out and say, there are a lot of people hurting right now. The cost of living is too high, the light bill is too high, you understand, and we are not getting anywhere. No, 10-10 was supposed to be something positive for all, okay? It cannot be for one party and not the other party. It is not about politics, it's about the party, the people, okay? And if it cannot be that way, that whatever decision is made, it makes straight across the board, then 10-10 was a joke. And it's not time for joking, because when a mother cannot feed her child, give her milk and stuff like that, and that will increase crime. And as you can see, crime is increased over here because everybody had the stress point. Stress is getting up, and I might say that, you know what I mean, I can't make it, just leave it at that, but somebody you're going to rob, they're going to this, they're going to rob the tourists, they're going to mess up the tourist product, and we don't need that. So it is need to be looked at structurally, very carefully what it's doing. Okay, the hotel is nice, the beach is nice, the nice car is nice, but what about that little boy who doesn't have anything? Who is thinking and saying something is in his stress that he can get something, okay? So I think the Queen definitely needs to say that because she have a lot of funds that really does help out poor people, unfortunate people. We need to see more of that. We need to see more childcare. We have our elderly. Our elderly barely makes 500 guilders a month. How can an elderly survive? You put them in the St. Martin home. Is that you're telling them better you go on dead after working hard under the pillar of this country? All of that need to be looked into. Okay, understand? So that will be my comment. I do hope that she's coming. She enjoy herself, because she hasn't seen St. Martin in a while, but the problems that we are having, she needs to address it as our Queen.
Personally, I don't have any expectations. I think the timing of the visit is quite peculiar, considering the financial difficulties the island is going through. If I understand correctly, right, a significant portion of the monies that is going towards organizing the committee and subsidizing the state will be cut from the ministries, about 600,000 if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, I have a particular issue with that. Maybe it could have been postponed for the following year, you know, when we're in a better financial condition than having it now. I don't expect nothing much than to come down, give her a speech, and then return on KLM. I don't have any expectations whatsoever. I do think that we could better use that money for other issues. This is not picking on the visit because, of course, we know there are many projects, right, that seem to be supported and, by particular members of Parliament. I think that should also be delayed at this point, But the Queen's visit, I'm not inspired to go out and wave the flag and sing the anthem. I'll put it like that.
And what are your thoughts about the royal family?
Personally, the royal family just represents hundreds of years of colonialism and genocide meted out against our people. You understand what I'm saying? I think when St. Martin or Swaligans really evaluate our historical relationship with The Hague, with the royal family, and realize that it is the free labor of our ancestors that placed them in that position, perhaps their symbolic appreciation will diminish a bit. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to the royal family, I think that they could better stay up in Europe. Despite being part of the Dutch Empire, it's not really a kingdom, it's an empire if you really look at it carefully, But despite being part of the Dutch Empire, I think they could better stay up there.
Well, for the royal visit, I expect absolutely nothing. I think on that day, we should all demonstrate on that day. I think we should all go out in force to show the Queen that this island is not happy with the government, not happy with what's going on. There is crime on the island, and nobody is doing anything about it. Each week, we hear about more and more murders, yet nobody is demonstrating, nobody is doing nothing. Yet, on the day of the royal visit, we're supposed to be all happy and go out and celebrate. Why? If we are supposed to be her sovereign, we are not happy about that. So I think we should all demonstrate on that day. Why not? Show her we are not happy. Maybe they will do something then if they see full force of people show up on the day that the Queen is supposed to come and show her how angry we are at this government. There are so much people on this island and everybody talks about crime, but yet nobody shows up when somebody tries to do something about it. I mean, if you look at the amount of people that showed up, there was hardly anybody compared to how much people on the island. So, showed up for the match. Yes, I'm talking about the Voice of Our Children match that they held last week. Compared to the island, the population of the island, that was not enough. And it's not just about our children or other people's children. It's about crime on the island, period. And for crime on the island, it's out of hand. Government, they just talk. Basically, they just talk, and every week we hear about another murder. Nothing at all is being done. And I remember a few years ago when a couple of Indians on Front Street got killed and they closed down this store. Yet it seems like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks we are hearing about it, but nobody's closing down nothing. Nothing is happening. It's just going on the table. Nobody is doing nothing. So where is the protesting? Where is the closing down of business? What's happening? Is it because it's our kids? So what? It's everybody's kids because crime affects everybody. I go home now, I could find my house robbed. Another rich person go home, they could also find their house robbed. Or they could find somebody dead. So why isn't anybody doing anything about it? But we just talk.
What are your feelings about the royal family?
Oh, actually, I don't mind they coming. Because I remember the last time that they were here, I did go out and I actually celebrate. But this time now, I don't feel like there's much to celebrate. Sorry to say, but it's the truth.
The Queen spent her money. She gave the island money, right? So actually, she got a serious part. What they're doing with the money here in St. Martin, like you said, the case of going to the ghettos and the places that they should go and see where they didn't start to develop yet, to let the Queen see that maybe the money what they're giving is short also too. Because St. Martin need a lot of help. And St. Martin have a lot of foreigners here. You understand? And some are Dutch, and some is French, and some is American, some is Canadian, some is South African, Haitians, Dominicanas. It's so much, and we all need help. You understand? So I find the Queen coming here might make a difference. It's not the first time, but every time you see the Queen coming here, they always do the best. They're always setting up things. They got a good road. They got they paint up different things, but they don't go to the ghettos. You know what I mean? The ghettos where at least they could see where we need develop. There where they got to come. They got to go in there, go in Dutch Quarter, go in St. Peter's. You know what I mean? Go in French Quarter is French, but them the other areas they should go and see that we need more help. Not just, bringing the Queen here and feeling and having activities, but also to check to see where we can make where we could do better here.